Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Facebook friends and YouTube viewers. We're here for another edition of Captain's Call with our Sailor of the Week, Jacob Gulick from Oakhurst, California, which I believe is a suburb of Fresno.
Yes, sir.
And our new Command Master Chief, I believe this is your first rodeo sitting in the right seat. Last time you were in the middle.
Yes, sir. I was the guest speaker last week. This is my first time sitting here.
Okay, and we are over in the Emergency Management Building in the Security Management Office. Jake Gulick, his boss's name is also Jake, so I'd think you'd be Jake Jr., but he didn't want any of that, so he calls you JD. So it looks like you got a fun little shop here over in the Security Management. Tell us a little bit about what you do on a day-to-day basis.
Sir, I process people's investigations, both the civilians on base and the military. I process SAR forms and support any of the SIPR needs for the EOC.
So SAR form, so for someone who's not familiar with computer speak, it's not search and rescue. So what's a SAR form?
SAR form gives you access, well, it's the form to fill out, to send up, to give you access to multiple different applications. Most people are doing them for OneNet, but it can be for secret computers or other types of systems that need to be accessed in SIPs and such.
Okay, awesome. So you've been here for, what, about a year?
Yes, sir.
And been in the military for 7 years?
Almost 8 now,
and
sir.
Did some time at Gitmo on the correct side of the bars, right?
Yes, sir.
Roger that. What'd you do at Gitmo?
I was part of the Navy Expeditionary Guard Battalion, so guarded detainees.
Oh, wow. How was that?
It was an interesting year of my life, sir.
Did it change your life, or did you compartmentalize it, or was it tough to deal with?
It's not that it was tough, but it definitely changes your life. You see it in a whole different way after that, sir.
Yeah, I'm sure. And that was 1 year?
Yes, sir.
And what'd you do after that?
That's when I got cross-rated to PS, actually,
Awesome.
Via Career Waypoint PTS
Okay.
system. So
And you did some time in Brunswick, Maine?
that was my
Chilly,
first command. Yeah, it was cold back before they shut down good old NAS Brunswick, Maine.
Yeah. Did you buy a house while you're up there?
Oh, no, sir.
No, because real estate's still pretty cheap.
It is, sir.
Yeah. The outgoing OIC of AIMD had bought a house when he was stationed up there. It's all paid off, so he's going to go ahead and retire and head up that way. That's beautiful country. I'm from Rhode Island. I've been up to Brunswick, Maine a few times, once for SEER school, where they throw you out in the wilderness for a week and they hunt you down. Did it in early March. It was snowing and raining and cold and wet, so
Yes,
not a fun place to be out in the woods with nothing but a raincoat. Yeah. How long were you there for?
I was there for 5 years before we bracked and moved down to Jacksonville, Florida, right near the end.
What kind of stuff did you do up in Maine for extracurricular activities?
Uh,
Something tells me you didn't go moose hunting.
no moose hunting. Skiing,
Sunday River?
yes, a lot of, mostly Sunday River, actually. I think I went one or two other places, but I can't remember where I went. And then everything else you had to get out of Maine, get a little bit lower or a little bit higher up to Canada at the time. So.
Yeah. Awesome. So what do you do here in Japan in your free time?
I just enjoy exploring Japan, honestly. And then, I enjoy working on cars because, it gets me back to working with my hands, which I like to do, so.
And the auto hobby shop is just right around the corner. So
Oh, just right there, sir.
yeah, do you go on your lunch break?
I haven't yet, but
Your lunch
maybe.
break. Okay, great. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into our news topics. Over to CMC here for the first news topic.
All right, tax volunteers. It's almost that time again. Military and civilian volunteers are needed for tax return services, which will begin February 2014. Volunteers will receive free tax preparation training and certification through the IRS. To volunteer for more information, please contact Lieutenant Nicholas Enns at nicholasenns@fe.navy.mil.
The 5K runs. Come join us for the MLK 5K run on Friday, January 17 at Halsey Gym. Sign-up started at 11 a.m. and the run begins at noon. American Red Cross is also hosting a 5K, 10K run to help those affected by the typhoon in the Philippines. The run will take place Saturday, February 1 from 9 a.m. to noon in front of Halsey Gym. To pre-register, please go to the NAF Atsugi Red Cross office. For more information, please visit the Atsugi Facebook page or call 264-6794.
Okay, there's going to be an experienced motorcycle rider course on Tuesday, January 28th at the North Dock in Yokohama. ESAM's registration is required. For those that don't know what the North Dock in Yokohama is, it's actually an Army installation where they have some old amphibs, i.e., think the Korean War era amphibs to transport the Army guys around. And if you ask an Army guy, they'll say that they have a bigger Navy than the Navy. Don't
Yes,
know if
they
there's
will.
any truth to that. So some of their boats are there. Once again, ESAM's registration is required. For questions or concerns, please call the safety office at 264-3678.
And the Public Affairs Office will be taking full-length photos Wednesday, January 29th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. and roster photos Thursday, January 30th from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. No reservations are required. Simply walk in between 9 and 11 on the 29th and the 30th, and the PAO will take care of you.
It's time for the Super Bowl, and MWR is hosting the Super Bowl Bash on Monday, February 3rd at the Atsugi Convention Center. Doors will open at 06:30, and the game starts at 08:15.
All right, so being from California, Fresno, probably pretty close to Oakland, San Francisco. You're a 49ers fan?
Not a 49ers fan, sir.
So you're rooting for the Seahawks.
I'm actually an Oakland Raiders fan, but
Oh, you
I
poor
can't
guy.
see myself rooting for the Seahawks. So I'm just going to have to stick with a Bay Area team this time.
Roger that. So obviously NFC you're rooting for just because it's close to you.
Yes, sir.
So I won't even talk about my Patriots. Roger that. You can bring up the Giants if you'd like, and how the Giants own them. I get it. All right, let's go into the father-daughter ball. On Saturday, February 8th from 6 to 10 p.m. at the Atsugi Conference Center, there's a father-daughter ball. Tickets are on sale now. For more details and ticket prices, go ahead and visit the Atsugi Facebook page or email atsugifatherdaughter@gmail.com. Once again, that's one conglomeration of 4 words, atsugifatherdaughter@gmail.com.
Hey, do you have a cup stacking champ in your household? On Saturday, February 15th, the Sports Stacking Challenge begins at 0930 Ranger Gym for ages 5 to 18. To sign up, please call Central Registration at 264-3588 or visit the Naval Air Facility at Atsugi MWR Facebook page for more details.
So I think I need to go to the MWR Facebook page because I didn't know cup stacking would have a champion. Are we talking teacups, plastic cups? Not sure, but it's probably a good reason to go to the MWR Facebook page and check it out. I have 3 kids that like to pile stuff on top of each other and see how it goes, so maybe one of them will be the cup stacking champion of NAF Atsugi. That's all we have for the community update. Before we read the ICE comments and Bravo Zulus, let's see what messages we have for the week.
Register now to secure your spot in the parent and child swim lessons. Classes will be held on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. from February 4th through the 27th. This program is open to children 10 months to 3 years in age, and each child must be accompanied by a parent. Call 264-6165 or stop by Ranger Gym to sign up. Tickets for our special trip to the Cirque du Soleil OVO performance will go on sale February 3rd. Be sure to mark your calendars as seats are limited and the trip will fill up quickly. Atsugi Lanes would like to invite all junior sailors E4 and below to enjoy free Cosmic Bowling on Friday nights from midnight to 2 a.m. And don't forget to check our Liberty Center calendar for more specials like our Friday night game nights, Saturday night midnight movies, and discounted trips. Now back to Captain's Call.
Welcome back to another edition of Captain's Call. We're here with Sailor of the Week, J.D. Gulick from Oakhurst, California, and Master Chief Mike Wilkins. Welcome back. Tell us a little bit about what you do in your off-duty time here in Japan. I know you haven't skied here yet, Hakuba is only 5 hours away, where they had the Winter Olympics a few years back. There's a nice ski resort down at the base of Mount Fuji called Yeti Snowtown, about an hour and a half away. So I'll plant the seed there for you to get out and start skiing again. I'm sure it's something you've wanted to do. So what do you do on the weekends?
Sir, I've went to Kyoto, Osaka, places like that. I like to see a lot of the shrines and temples, stuff they have here. Climbed Mount Fuji, well, attempted to climb Mount Fuji this summer. My buddy got a little sick, so we had to go back down.
It was your buddy?
Yeah, it was my buddy. It wasn't me.
Jacob, not JD.
So I'm going to go re-climb it this year. Make sure I make it to the top this time.
At least you tried. I haven't tried yet. My excuse is I'm waiting for my kids to be old enough to want to do it on their own, because I can't justify going up by myself. And I like to take a good selfie, but I'd rather have my kids there with me in the picture.
Oh, yes, sir.
So what's been your favorite temple to go to?
So far, actually, Kamakura was probably the best one. I mean, it's right here. It's convenient. I enjoy it. So.
Did you go inside the Big Buddha?
I did go inside the Big Buddha.
Haven't done that yet either. How is it?
It's not bad. It's really inexpensive, actually. I think they only charge like 100 yen to get inside of it. So.
And for those folks in the States, 100 yen is about $1. When we first got here, 100 yen, more than $1.
Oh, yeah.
But the yen's getting devalued, so it's almost a 1-to-1 swap right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, awesome. Do you have a shout out to anybody back home?
Yeah, to my mom, Teresa, and my sister, Michaela, back home. My cousin, Tyler, who's recovering from a ACL injury. Hopefully he gets better soon. Go back to Northwestern Kansas University, wrestle for them for the rest of his college. So.
Okay, so shout out to Teresa, your mom, Michaela, and Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
And good luck wearing your wrestling singlet there in Northwestern Kansas. Good luck. Okay, so we're going to go into some concerns now. Master Chief, over to you.
This one is concerning the galley. I went to the galley for breakfast and was completely dissatisfied with the service. As I was ordering my eggs, the workers were more concerned with their personal conversation than the people trying to get food. As well, one of the workers, an active duty CS, had her hair unsat hanging out while she was serving food. Lately, this galley has not been up to the standards it used to be at.
So I understand your concern. We don't have any names of who posted this. If I go into a restaurant and the folks aren't doing what they are paid to do, i.e. customer service, and the people who are providing the customer service, if their hair is disheveled, if their personal hygiene is not up to speed, of course I would say something to the manager. So we do appreciate your ICE comment on this one. We do have some good detailed follow-up notes from Senior Chief Rhett Espinelli, who's in charge of the galley over there. And I'm going to go ahead and read everything that he wrote, because he did a really good job answering this one. Greetings, valued patron. On behalf of the NAF Far East Cafe, we want to thank you for bringing this situation to our attention. Customer service is our main priority at the Far East Cafe. The behavior you described is never acceptable. So Senior Chief concurs with what I said there before. He goes on to say, we have already begun to take corrective measures in resolving the situation. Our watch captains will conduct a thorough personnel inspection every morning before breakfast. For those who are not within standards, will be sent back to fix their discrepancies, and then will be counseled. We also conducted extensive training on customer service and professionalism. Thank you again, and we appreciate your patronage.
And I'd just like to add, EXO, that watch captain is there, and the watch captain's in charge. And if there's ever any concerns, you can take that concern directly to the watch captain right then and address the situation as well.
Okay. So, Senior Chief, nice job with the feedback on that one. And my friend, I hope that answers your question. If not, you know how to get a hold of us.
Yep.
Okay, Master Chief, over to you for the next one.
This next concern is with the commissary, employment on base. A few people working at the commissary as baggers that are non-SOFA. They are actually working there tax-free, and I wonder how I can get my kids to go work there. Is that actually allowed? What happens if my dependents run into a problem with these people, and how do I get a hold of someone and get more information about legal rights?
Okay, great question, concern. Our answer is from Miss Rose Castro. She is the DECA commissary manager. Her office, as you walk into the commissary, if you made a left and hugged in front of the cash registers, her office is in the left corner there. Her email, before I start, is rose.castro, R-O-S-E .castro, C-A-S-T-R-O, at deca.mil. That's D-E-C-A.mil. So obviously if she's in her office and the door's open, you could probably just peek your head in there, poke your head in there, and say something to her, or send her an email. Her follow-up on this one, the baggers at the Atsugi Commissary are independent contractors, and they work under the guidance of a head bagger, and I'm not going to name his name, or else you'll start emailing him. Baggers must be 16 years of age to work in the commissary. Adult baggers work Tuesday through Friday, and the teens work the weekends. But there's going to be a chance that you see more adults working on the weekends than teens. Well, what do teens do on the weekend? They have MWR sports, they have school sports. So what they try to do is give the weekends to the teens, but there's a lot of times that the teens don't want to work on the weekend. Me being a teen at one point, I had a job. I was a busboy at a horse track in upstate New York, and there were times where I wanted to go skiing or play lacrosse on the weekends, and I'd try to get someone to cover my shift. So a little bit of grace on this one, folks. If there's not a lot of teens working on the weekend, they probably didn't want to work on that weekend. And that's it. So anybody else that has any concerns, please contact Rose Castro at the aforementioned email or location of her office. Okay?
Yep.
Over to you for the Bravo Zulus.
All right. The first Bravo Zulu is for Halsey Fitness Center. The revamped family fitness rooms are a vast improvement over the former facility. The addition of a weight room, play equipment for the children, and the new weight machine makes this a facility that works for families. It is wonderful to see entire families at the gym on weekends, making the most of their short time together. Thank you for all of the improvements. It is a shame that this facility is closed on Sundays when the rest of Halsey Gym is open. For many working parents, weekends are often the only feasible gym days. Having the family gym closed for half of the weekends means these parents lose. Please consider opening the Family Fitness Center on Sundays and for extended hours similar to those of the weight and cardio gym next door. The next one is for youth sports. And this one says, Coach Theodorus and Coach Hector were amazing. And lastly,
Well, before you go on, my friend, one thing that we haven't talked about is you're also a youth sports coach as well.
yes, sir.
What's your sport of choice that you're coaching these days?
I'm doing the 10 to 12 dodgeball right now. So.
10 to 12 dodgeball. Somebody that you know may have a daughter on the team. Who would that guy be?
That would be the XO, sir.
Oh, me. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So nice job. This past weekend we went over to Camp Zama. Pretty interesting thing. The kids went ahead and played. How did we do?
We won about half our games this weekend, sir. So
Awesome.
we did pretty good.
So I don't know if you played dodgeball when you were a kid, but the dodgeballs we used to play with were pretty hard rubber balls, and if they hit you in the face, you had a pretty good welt, and it would knock you out. But now they're almost Nerf balls now.
Yes, sir. They're very soft foam covered in a thin rubber layer.
Yeah.
So
So what happens at the end? We had a little parent involvement there. How was that?
they they got us all together and they did a coaches and parents game, Zama versus Atsugi, and the XO was one of the last guys in for us, and I think Zama ended up winning though, right?
Yeah, with 20
believe
seconds
so.
left, kid must have been 14, 15 years old, maybe a brother of one of the players. And I was right there in front of him, and he launched the ball at me, and being soft, they have a lot of curve to them, so I stood there and I tried to block it with the ball I was holding, and it snuck right over the top and hit me in the chest, and I took it like a man, and I walked off with 20 seconds left. I should have gone and hid in the back corner and made it through the game, but I took a calculated risk. It didn't work. My ship got sunk, so to speak, but I was happy to be out there and play. Every muscle in my body hurts. and I really appreciate you being a coach to my daughter. You did a great job, and your boss is also the coach as well. So you guys tag team that, and you're doing a great job, and we appreciate everything. And when you do eventually leave here, you're going to be sorely missed. So thank you. Okay.
Thanks, sir.
So that we beat the youth sports. Go ahead and go on to the next one.
All right. The next one is the religious ministry service. After serving in the Navy for 13 years, my family and I have come to appreciate the benefits offered on base. Some of them needed work, some of them are outstanding, but rarely do you come across an individual that exceeds your expectations. My family and I have come across such an example, and that person is Michelle Armstrong. On more than one occasion, she has shown our family and plenty of others deep compassion, complete selflessness, and amazing integrity of character. She has a desire to make everyone feel at home, especially those who are blessed to visit the welcome table at AOB ICR. When she caught wind of a personal issue within our family, she did not hesitate to show complete support and throw on the table all the different options we have. She has taken time out of her very busy schedule to ensure that we are taken care of, and is willing to do nearly anything to ensure that we have what we need to proceed in our lives. I wish I could say that I am special in being the only one to receive this type of attention from her, but I know that she has reached out and helped many families in the same way. She has a special knack of making every individual she meets feel special. Her professionalism and compassion are the reasons why I'm writing this statement today. We turn quickly to this page to complain about what we see, but we're not always using it in a positive light. Thank you for your time.
Okay. Well done. Anything you want to say out there to any prospective sailors that may want to come to Japan? What do you think are some really good high points of life in Japan for a sailor?
Sir, the travel is amazing. There's so many opportunities to travel inside of Japan and to the neighboring countries, and there's just so much you can do while you're here. Just gotta have a chance to experience it at some point. So.
Okay, great. Once again, congratulations on being Sailor of the Week, and Master Chief Wilkins, welcome to our team. You're not new to NAF at Tsugi. You came from VFA 115 with you were the Command Master Chief, and I heard you did a bang-up job there, and I look forward to serving with you over the next few years.
Look forward to serving with you as well, XL.
Awesome.
Look forward to taking advantage of getting out, seeing the Naval Air Facility at Tsugi people, and just doing my part to make Atsugi the great base that it is.
Okay, great. That's all we have for today, folks. Tune in next week for another edition of Captain's Call, and Captain Lehman should be back from his TAD next week.